Hey, Sean Chandler here. I want to spend a little bit of time today talking about really tags, descriptions, and titles. And the idea is that the purpose of these is to help the right people to find your videos. And the way people find your videos is YouTube takes the information you give them, runs it through their algorithm so it can properly place your video in the right places that will make it most likely that someone will click on their video based off what they think that is. And you have to understand, YouTube wants your videos to be successful. They want you to put out great content, and they want to put your content in front of the right people. And to do that, you have to give them information. And the reason they want your videos to be successful is that's their business model. They want all of their creators to get millions and millions of hits and have everybody watch all of the content, and so they can put ads on it. Therefore, they make money. For that reason, they are pro you. They want you to succeed. And so recently there's been a lot of discussion of, hey, YouTube changed their algorithm. They're trying to hurt creators. They have no incentive to hurt creators. There's a bunch of people that for free are generating content that's put on their website. And that's how their whole business model works, is that people watch their content. So people that are more successful, that is a win for them. That's what they want. So I say all that to make the point of the reason they have that tag section, the reason they let you put descriptions, the reason that they let you put a title in there is it's all mechanisms to help them help you. The more information you give them, the better they can help you. They want to take all the information you give them so that they can properly rank you in searches. When people search for the content that you're creating, they want to be able to get your video to the people. Likewise, the description gives them a big chunk of space for you to be able to write descriptions information so that they can run that through their formula, take your video and recommend it to the right people, put it in the suggested in the right places. They've got all these mechanisms, whether the search engine YouTube is the second most powerful search engine behind Google on the internet. Those two things, and Google owns YouTube. So if you give them great information, the two most powerful search engines will rank you better. But then YouTube has more than that. They have all sorts of categories where they suggest videos to you. On the right column of videos, they suggest videos. After a video finishes, they put a bunch of videos up there suggesting them. In the actual homepage of your feed as a YouTube subscriber that subscribes to the videos, they make suggestions of people you're subscribed to, of videos you might like. They're just trying to find videos that their viewers want to watch, and they want to take your content as a creator and put it in front of them. And that's why you got to be real smart with your tags, your description, and your titles. So title's pretty straightforward. You need to write a title that's useful to the user so they see it and they go, okay, that's what this is. From there, you need to write a description that goes into more detail, gives more information about how all of this works as opposed to what you want. And then with tags, you just need to think through what is every way that someone might search for this particular video. And you just start writing tags, and you can only have 500 characters, 500 words. I don't remember what exactly it is, but you just want to pump that full of words that are relevant to your video. You don't want to just keyword stuff and throw words in that you think might get people to click. You want to find the right words that get your video in front of the right people, ones that tie directly to what you are talking about. So, like for me, I always try and cram every video with as many keywords, not to, like I said, not to stuff things, but to just think through big picture, all of the different ways that someone could search for this particular video, and how can I break down each phrase they might search for into individual words. So on my other channel, I talk about movies, and one of the ways that new people discover you is trailer reaction videos. Those are very popular. And so then you take a movie, they put a trailer out for The Mummy this past week. So trailer reaction, The Mummy, trailer reaction, The Mummy with Tom Cruise, trailer reaction, The Mummy, Tom Cruise, you just start going through all of these, and that's just one phrase, and all the different ones you can come up with just this one phrase. But you're just trying to think through all the different ways. What someone's searching for this trailer reaction videos for The Mummy that just came out, and you have to think, how might someone think about this particular mummy? Because we've got lots of mummy movies that have been made. So The Mummy 2017, The Mummy new, The Mummy, Tom Cruise, The Mummy, Russell Crowe. And each one of those can be The Mummy with whatever afterwards. And it can also be The Mummy reaction afterwards, The Mummy official trailer. Those are, you start going through all these different ways to fill that in. Then you have to think, the more information that you give them of tags that are really important, if there's keywords that are really important to you, YouTube doesn't know that unless you put it also in the description. So take those keywords that are most important that you put into the tags, the ones that pop the most, and you have to have it in the description as well. So YouTube reads everything and they go, okay, these are the ones that really, they want to categorize it for searches based off of these specific keywords that are most crucial to the video that they're making. So whichever keywords and the tags you think are most important, find a way to appropriately work them into your description where you're describing what you're doing. And if it's all about Tom Cruise's Mummy movie, you talk about Tom Cruise's Mummy movie that comes out in the year 2017 and how you are reviewing and reacting to that particular video. Then beyond that, the absolute peak ones, make sure they're in the title as well. Because if it really matters, The Mummy 2017 with Tom Cruise, put all of that in your title so that YouTube knows that is the crucial thing. This person is making a video that they want you to know it's about Tom Cruise in a Mummy movie that's coming out in the year 2017, and they are reacting to that. So it's not just cramming a bunch of keywords down into the tags. It's not just about writing a long description. It's about thinking through all the different ways someone would search for this. How do you describe that and make a title that YouTube looks for in all of that? And that's how you start to get on a path to really use all of these well. You have to think deep, deep, deep about how someone might search for this and then decide what the most crucial words are in your video, what describe it the absolute best, and make sure those are in the description and they're in the title. And some of that can get a little bit tricky. And so that's part number one. That's the first starting point for every video you do is so that YouTube knows what to do with it. Tags, description, title, thoroughly going through what you want it to look like. The next step, once you've done that, that's your bread and butter. That's the basic foundation. Is you have to actually start to think about, where do I want this video recommended to people? Where do I want this video to show up? And that's where you start thinking on a different level of looking at the people that are ahead of what you're doing, that are more successful at, like if we're talking about trailer reactions, who are the people that are successful at trailer reactions? You're doing the same thing. So you want people that like that video, you think they will like your video, so you want it suggested there. And so it's not weird to like go and evaluate what are the tags that they're using? How are they structuring their titles? Because you're generating similar content. It should have the same audience as their videos. And so that's an appropriate way to try and adjust your tags, your description, and the way you write titles to be recommended alongside their videos. There's some resources you can get that are extensions for Chrome. The browser Chrome, you can get extensions that allow you to do some cool stuff. Two of them that I use that help me look into different tags I should use are TubeBuddy, which is just free, totally free one. And it gives you some information about the tags people are using. And when you're doing a video, it'll actually put like a bar if you upload in Chrome, and it says suggestions, and you click suggestions. And on the free version, it'll give you 5 suggestions for tags to add based off what you've written in the description, in the title, and in your tags. Here are 5 more that you should look into putting in there that will help you get more exposure in recommending for on videos search rankings. And then it'll give you 5 suggestions on how to, of other tags to put into your tags for getting your video recommended on your videos, specifically on your videos. So on other videos, on your videos, and in search engines, it will give you 10 total recommendations on this in the free version. And in doing so, really, it helps you to think better in bigger picture about how you're thinking about tags and how people find videos on YouTube. They find them via watching your videos and going, oh, what else did this person have? And then you look right there on the right side bar, it's recommended your videos. And so TubeBuddy does a little bit of that. And likewise, when your video runs in that suggested bar on other people's videos, new people discover your channel, and that's what you want. The other one I use is VidIQ. And this one is, I think, much more of a paid scheme to it. They have a free app that lets you see other people's tags and kind of, I think it gives you some information on how it ranks, has a bunch of really useful stuff in deciding tags and description words, keywords to put into your videos. They also have some paid stuff as well that will like actually give you very clear recommendations as to what you should do, but it's pretty pricey. Through Tim Schmoyer's channel, YouTube or video creators, Tim Schmoyer, you can look him up. He's got a tag so you can get a free month of their service. And I wouldn't recommend going if you're starting out with their channel because it's really expensive. And so it's not something I'd be interested in doing, but a free month is awesome. And basically on certain videos, you can click boost and it does all sorts of analysis for you. And it ranks which words are the most valuable to put in your tags, your description, into your title, gives you very explicit descriptions. If you go to Tim Schmoyer's channel, he had, like I said, give you a keyword so you can get a free month of this service. And I would definitely recommend looking into that because it gives you recommendations that you wouldn't necessarily think of, gives you all sorts of resources you wouldn't necessarily think of, that helps teach you how to write tags, descriptions, and titles better, and how to think better specifically about keywords. And it's very, very useful stuff. So those are two resources, TubeBuddy and VidIQ. Highly recommend you check them out. Great little things to help you write better tags, that help you write better descriptions, that help you write better titles. And for me, the thing that's most frustrating about this is, so I first started using TubeBuddy and VidIQ, I think in early November. And since then, my channel's been doing great. I've had incredible growth of subscribers, viewers, and by all metrics, it's been a very solid 6 weeks, 2 months, however long it's been. Now, but what makes that a little bit tricky though, is that I can't see an alternative timeline where my 30-day trial of VidIQ was kind of in November-ish. And so I had a big surge during that time period. I don't know if the reason I had a big surge is because I was using these new resources that recommended stuff, or if it's because YouTube changed their channel. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that I think it gave me some best practices that have set me up to be very successful for the size of my channel over the last 2 months. It helps you learn how to do best practices in tags, descriptions, titles. So TubeBuddy, vidIQ, always, always, always think about what people would search for your video, and that's how you write your tags. Think, what videos do I want my recommended alongside? How do they write their titles? How do they write their descriptions? What sort of stuff is in there? And learn from people ahead of you. And like I said, there's a way to think about it. Oh, are you just trying to like run off other people's success? No, I'm just trying to do what they're doing. I want to be recommended alongside them because those are the people that would like my channel. Those are the people that will enjoy my videos. So of course I'm going to look at what they're doing and try and learn from what people that are doing what I'm doing better and more successfully. That's called best practices. That's how this works. That's what YouTube wants you to do so they can appropriately recommend your videos to stuff. So the first video I had that really was successful was on ranking all 13 Star Trek movies. I did not know anything about SEO, about tags, descriptions. I didn't do anything right. I was just trying to think about how to make my title, and I wrote a title that seemed all encompassing, and all 13 Star Trek movies ranked worst to best, something like that, because I'd probably seen a video with a similar title. And because of that, it was recommended on a similarly titled video, and it got lots of views. And lots of people joined the discussion, lots of subscribers, people chiming in the comments. And that's kind of where I learned how to do some of this stuff, being like, oh, that's a good practice to try, and I want to be like those videos. And so that's what I'm going to do. And I've had a couple people accuse me, oh, you're just trying to rip them off, come up with original ideas. Like, well, my ideas are original. There's just only so many things that people want. Like, I want to rank the Star Trek movies. Those are my ideas. Those are my reviews of them. I'm not ripping off someone else's ranking, but that's just lots of people want to hear different people's opinions about it. That's the whole point of the movie community of what I do. So anyway, those are some thoughts on it, some recommendations on some tag strategies, description strategies, title strategies, of what to do, as well as some resources to look into. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll have another video up in a day or so. See you then.